So I've been riding bikes for a little over 3 years now. And throughout those 3 years, I've personally owned over 30 motorcycles, which is probably a bit above normal, but it was probably a little bit of a problem there. But out of all those bikes, these two are pretty much the ones I've settled on. Like at this point, I could probably own almost any motorcycle I wanted to. But these two are the ones I ended up with. I've actually sold this one before and I bought it back because I missed it so much. I talked about that in my last video. But yeah, I guess today I just wanted to talk about like some of the bikes I've had and why I sold all of them and I ended up with these two. Now, before I get too far into this, I flip bikes a lot. I didn't like own 30 personal bikes that I rode. That'd be a bit crazy. That's like 10 bikes a year. But I mean, I still rode them around. Like I still experienced all the different bikes. And yeah, like I said, out of all those, these two are the ones I've had the most fun on. And I'm gonna be riding the R9 today, so I'm gonna clean this up a little bit. Probably scratching the shit out of the paint. But I don't feel like fully washing them because as you can see, it's soaking wet. It's been raining here like every day for the last week or two now. And it's supposed to rain for another week after this. Yeah, like I said, riding the R9 today. This is like the second time I've even rode that bike ever since I bought the MT-07. And I've kind of missed it, to be honest. This bike's fun and all, but it's a little bit slow. Feels good to ride a sports bike once in a while. And so I'm going to ride around and talk about that for a bit, but also today, I'm going to try to go to some like empty back roads and maybe take some like third person cinematic type videos for like reels. I have a tripod in here. I haven't really tested it out much, but I think I could probably make something kind of cool. Also, if you're looking for some like more low profile gloves for summertime, I definitely recommend these. NBT Clothing sent me out these gloves. They're actually really nice. They're pretty lightweight, but they're still padded and armored. Like you can feel the protection. And ever since I got these, I haven't really been wearing my Alpine Star gauntlets just because they're so much more comfortable. They're better for stunts and whatnot. A little cold start on the R9. Oh, start a little bit funny. Yeah, I'm gonna need some gas. And as you can see, it's soaking wet out here. It actually thunderstormed for a few hours earlier. The weather's supposed to hold out at least for a couple more hours. I'm really kind of hoping it does because I've got rained on like the last 4 days now that I've ridden. I really wouldn't mind getting home dry this time. Honestly, I haven't even really washed this bike or the MT-07 in probably a couple weeks now. Because every time I want to go and do it, I just look at the radar and it's supposed to rain the next day. Just be a waste of time. It feels good to ride this thing again. So I'm going to talk a little bit less about the MT-07 in this video because I just bought that. But I've had this bike for about 3 months, and that's probably the longest I've ever owned a bike. Except for my 636, I kept that one for a long time too. Like I have a pretty bad habit of buying a bike that I've never ridden before, kind of like testing it out for a couple weeks or maybe a month, and then most of the time I decide that there's something else I want or there's just another bike I would enjoy more. So I end up either selling that bike or trading it to get something else. And with this bike and the MT-07, I haven't really done that. I mean, like I said, I owned the MT-07 earlier this year. It was like January. Actually, it might have been last year. I think it was last December, and then I sold it in January. Like I talked about in my last video, I missed that bike, so I found the guy I sold it to and I bought it back. Ambulance. And this bike pops so loud. Kind of upset that you can't hear in this microphone in my helmet. But yeah, so some of the bikes I've had. So I started riding about 3 years ago, and my first ever bike was a Ninja 300. I'm gonna try to throw some pictures on the screen of like the bikes I'm talking about. Hopefully I still have pictures of a lot of these. We'll see. So yeah, I bought this Ninja 300, first bike ever. I rode that thing for like 2 or 3 months, and then I sold that to upgrade to a CBR 650. And then a funny story with that bike, but I actually got a pretty big speeding ticket on that one, so I had to sell it. And after that, I didn't really ride for like a whole 6 months after that. Kind of complicated situation. But yeah, I mean, up until then, that was a pretty normal like process of buying and selling. Like I own them for a pretty normal amount of time. Damn, this thing's at 7,400 miles already. But yeah, after that, I think I bought like a CBR 600 as my third bike, and I kept that for a while. But after that is kind of when I got into like buying a bunch of different bikes and flipping them. And I'm not going to go through every one, so I'm going to just kind of list off like some of the ones I've had. And I'll throw pictures up too. I had a Daytona 675. No, actually I had 2 Daytona 675s. I had a Z900. I had 2 naked Gixxer 750s, so like the GSX S750. Those are pretty fun bikes. I don't think I owned either of those for more than like a week or 2. And I've had a couple of Z400s too. Those are really just flip bikes. Like I fixed them up and sold them. low pull here. Damn, this bike is so loud compared to the MT-07. And speaking of MT-07, I had that MT-07 and a different one. I had an older red one, which that thing was nice. It had like a full system Graves. It was dyno tuned. It only had like 4,000 miles, and I bought that bike for like $3,000, which that one was a steal. That's really what I started to learn how to wheelie on. I'm gonna try not to spend too much time on the rest of these, but I think I already said Z900. I had my 636, obviously. I had a CBR 1000. I had a S1K. It was an older one. It was a 2011. I had a MV Agusta F3, which is a really cool bike. It's actually really similar to this bike. They sounded pretty similar. I really like the triples. I've noticed that. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else I've had. Okay, so I was forgetting some. I've actually had I've actually had 4 CBR 600s, which is kind of ridiculous. I've had 6 Ninja 300s, and then other than that, it's really just I had a Ninja 500 that I just flipped, and then this bike pretty much, and my Z125, which I just sold that a couple days ago. But yeah, so all of those bikes over like 2 or 3 years, and I still ended up on this bike, which I mean, I've owned bigger, faster bikes than this, so a lot of people don't really understand why I would go from like a S1K or a CBR 1000 down to a 900 or a 3-cylinder. And really it just comes down to realizing like the style of riding I want to be in. I can do that type of stuff a lot easier on this bike and the MT-07 versus a 1000, which has all the power in the world, but I don't really need that. Like when I first got into bikes, I thought that like my 600 was the fastest bike in the world. And I never really thought I'd need anything bigger than that. But obviously I did buy bigger, faster bikes because I like going fast. I mean, I still do, but this bike's plenty fast for me, at least for now. I'm gonna get it tuned here soon and it'll be a little bit more fun. Still pretty quick though. I think really the only bike I would consider selling this for in the future, which I don't really plan on selling this, I think I'll just add on bikes in the future instead of replacing them, but I do want an R1. Like, I love the looks, I love the sound, and I wouldn't mind having a faster bike to ride occasionally. I just don't love dailying a 1000, which when I owned the S1K and the CBR 1000, that's what they were for. Like right now I have this, I have the MT-07. I'd probably ride those more than a R1 if I had one. And there's some main reasons why I've kind of settled on these two bikes as my current bikes. I mean, this bike, I think it looks amazing, it sounds amazing, it still has all the power that you need, in my opinion, and it has all the technology, like quick shifter up and down, cruise control, all like the gauges and anything you could possibly need. I don't know, I feel like as I've gotten further into riding, I've started to care less about like the speed aspect of it, I guess. Like, I don't know, when I bought that S1K, the bike was pretty clapped out. I didn't really love the way it looked. I mean, obviously it's an S1000, like that's what everybody buys for clout, whatever. But up until that point, I hadn't really had like a quote unquote fast bike. And I kind of just wanted to experience that. And I think that's something that a lot of people probably go through, that like phase of just wanting to be a fast boy. And I mean, that's for some people, it's not really for me. And that's probably the main thing that made me kind of not downgrade, but like move down to a lower class of bike. In my opinion, that's the best setup you can have. Like an aggressive super sport that is still quick, you can take to the track if you want to, and then like a torquey naked bike that you can have fun with around town and back roads and whatever. And like I've said, obviously it all comes down to personal preference, but I've had so much more fun on this bike and the MT-07 than I have on really any other bike. The only other bike that comes close is the 636 I had, which I'll just say there's a reason I had that bike for so long. I mean, that's the longest I've ever owned a vehicle, I'm pretty sure. I only had it for like, I think 7 months, 8 months. But yeah, I wish I would have had time to take the MT-07 out for this video too. Obviously I didn't, but yeah, I don't know if there's a whole much more for me to talk about on this. I don't know, it's kind of just looking for something to post about. I feel like most people haven't owned nearly this amount of bikes. So I feel like I have a pretty decent idea of how this compares to other bikes because I've had a good majority of the bikes that are available to ride. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess let me know if you have any questions about the R9 or the MT-07. I kind of want to make a video on like my plans for the MT-07 soon because I've kind of talked about what I want to do with the R9 as far as mods and tunes and whatnot, but I haven't really talked about the MT-07 at all. I don't know, this might not be a super long video, but yeah, I don't know. That's basically just my thoughts on all the bikes I've owned and why I settled on this one and the MT-07.